normally I'm done. This is like when I end my show. However, I got Billy Blasta on the line. Good morning, my brother.
Morning. Okay, man.
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
Everything blessed. Can't complain at all.
All right, that's what's up. Now, okay, you're known by the company you keep with me. So, Pressure gave me a phone call. And I was like, hey, I could get an interview. I was like, well, of course. And he's like, oh, well, it's for my partner who just wrote a book. I was like, well, if it's your partner, let's do it. All right. So tell me about your relationship with Pressure.
Well, Pressure kind of, I a couple of years older than Pressure. So Pressure grew up under me. Me and Pressure, cousin, were best friends growing up through junior high school. Still best friends up to this day. So I pretty much watched Pressure grow up from even before he was an artist. So he, as a little ghetto youth, running around the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's good to see where he at right now, his accomplishments and the level he grew to.
Right.
So yeah.
Now,
that's family, man.
So Pressure knows like he has that leverage. If Pressure calls and asks me to do something, I'm gonna do it. But he doesn't take that lightly. So I know this book must be good. Tell me about the book.
Well, the book is based in the 80s and 90s, the crack era. It's about 3 kids growing up in the Piercing Garden projects. Going through the trials and tribulations as ghetto youths go through. Become a product of the environment. Ended up selling drugs, seeing what the drugs do to the community. Getting into different altercations throughout the process. Also traveling to Jamaica, traveling Puerto Rico, St. Croix, trying to pretty much come up in life.
Right.
Pretty much come up in life, get to the next level in the game and the street level. So
right.
It's an authentic story. It's based off of true events. A lot of the characters that I use in the book are from deceased friends and family.
Right.
So all the characters are from deceased friends and family. I had a lot of friends that's deceased. And instead of using real names so no one could be incriminated, I pretty much decided to use their names to kind of keep their names and the spirits alive as well.
I was a youngster in those days. And I remember when the Rockman them come St. Croix, when them man come cruise, it was like a movie. You know what I mean?
Movie, yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah.
And while it's not necessarily glamorizing that lifestyle, it is a story to tell. If we look at Power, if we look at Snowfall,
there you go.
I could see this book becoming a movie or a series. Is that something you're thinking about?
Definitely. It's right in the realm of those type movie, those type series.
Right.
Snowfall, Power, Ghost, BMF.
Right.
So when I wrote it from a visual standpoint. So I could always transition for it just being a book, a novel, and transfer it over to visual series, a movie, however we come about, however we decide to do with it. But it's definitely something that needs to be visual.
All right.
I agree.
How long did it take you to write this book? And did you have a co-author?
No, I didn't have. Well, let me kind of rephrase that. What happened is that it took me about, I would say, about 9 months to a year off and on. I did it during the pandemic. So while I was home during the pandemic, I would be on phone calls with some of my veterans,
right,
like late night phone calls, and we just having these conversations about things that happened in the past, stories that we would laugh about, stories would be like, oh man, that was crazy.
Right.
And I would be like, and at the same time, like these series were coming out, like Power, BMF,
right,
Ghost, and so forth. So I just had the idea that we have so much different stories and so much different topics and experiences growing up in the Virgin Islands itself. There's so many different stories that so many different characters could write. So I just decided to put a pen to work and really dig into it and really come up with a real authentic story. I used to rap too, so right. I used to write a lot of rap music.
Right.
So Yeah.
So
it was easy. It was easy for me to do that.
So I was just going to ask you: is there a fictitious character in the book who went on to become the biggest rapper of all time?
Well, maybe in part two. Maybe in part two. You know how to go.
Right.
Maybe in part two. But right now we just the foundation started in part one, where the youth's growing up from childhood and going through the teenage age, going through high school, coming out of high school, going to boys' home, going to prison. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, like I say, it has a lot of stories in the island. So I have a lot more to write about.
No doubt.
It don't stop there. It don't stop there. So yeah. So eventually we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right. And you know, I mean, it wouldn't be quite a stretch to say that you guys were rubbing shoulders with the guy who turned out to be the biggest rapper of all time. You know, I mean, I'm just saying.
But okay, just a gem I will drop that people may not pick up on, but one of the biggest rappers in the world right now is kind of featured in the book.
Right.
There's a part in the book because one of the rappers used to come to the VIA.
Right.
And you know?
Yeah.
So so one So we here.
Now I'm gonna tell you, like I told my previous guest, I'm totally guessing, brother. I haven't read the book. I'm gonna repeat that. I haven't read the book. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't given me the book, but I know that was in there, brother. What's the name of the book, and how can I get it for myself?
The book is called Dark Paradise. I'm having a book signing with the Pressure Spot, on tomorrow.
Okay.
Between 1 and 4.
All right.
So you could definitely come through. Also, my social media platforms is Billy Blasta, Facebook, Instagram. It's all over. Also, I have a website. It's www.ecwid.com. So you can purchase it there as well, off of the website. And it's on Amazon as well too, but Amazon don't treat us right, man. Amazon don't rate the artists, so I would prefer you getting it directly from me.
I would prefer that as well. So tomorrow the book signing is from 1 to 4?
1 to 4.
At the Pressure Spot.
Same time as the Pressure Spot.
At the food fair.
Around the same time as the food fair. Yeah, exactly.
Man, who's the genius behind all of this? There you go. Billy Blasta himself. Hey, no, man, I want to come through so I could meet you, so I could get my autographed copy of the book.
Definitely.
Now you've seen it all. You've experienced it all. You've lost friends. You've had your own situations. So this wouldn't be glorifying it, would it?
Nah, definitely not glorifying it. It's just telling a story to pretty much just a story of all what transpired in the past.
Right.
So now we've experienced the negative. So now it's time to flip it over to a positive.
Love it.
So once the book is out and people get an understanding of what a story is, because pretty much it's just a story, just a collective of a bunch of stories I put together and create one big novel. So now I could transition it to where it turned into a positive, where I could kind of lead the youths to not go in the direction that we went, because the consequences that follow in that direction are not good consequences.
Right.
So
what are some of the consequences? What are some of those consequences you experienced firsthand?
Yeah, but getting shot, getting shot, paralyzed. I have friends that's in prison. I have friends that's did 20 years, did 15 years in prison. I have friends that died. So yeah, it got real. It got real in the lifespan in the streets that I experienced. Right. So yeah.
All right. Well, hey, my brother,
yeah, definitely.
I wanna personally. And this is one of the reasons that I like Jay-Z so much, because as a youngster, I was able to observe and see that the stories that he's telling or was telling were real. And that made me a Jay-Z fan. And I appreciate the fact that you took the negative and turned it into a positive with this book and what's going to come of the book and more positive and more influence. Because it's easy to have been gone in a dark place. You lose your friends. You have your own situation. But to turn it into something positive is remarkable, brother. Respect.
Definitely. Appreciate it.
All right, man. If you want to meet Billy Blasta tomorrow at the Pressure Spot, it's always a good reason to go to the Pressure Spot, by the way. They got good food over there. And as soon as they legalize the herb, well, you could go there too. Hey, brother, respect. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
Can we follow you on social media or anything?
Yeah, Billy Blasta on all social media platforms. Billy, Billy, Blasta, Blasta. On all social media platforms. Yeah, man. Give thanks.
All right, definitely, man. I got to say big respect to my brother, international reggae superstar, Pressure Boss Pipe, same way.
A lion is a lion anywhere he go.
VI Stars, VI Music, VI Culture.
Yep, there's an app for that.
It's called Vivid Streaming, and you can download it in the app and Google Play Store.